ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते यौपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओमित्येतदक्षरमुद्गीतमुपासीत ओमिति ह्युद्गायते तस्योपव्याख्यानम् विज्ञानं वा ध्यानात् भूयः विज्ञानेन वा ऋग्वेदं विजानाति यजुर्वेदं सामवेदं अथर्वणं चतुर्थम् इतिहासपुराणं पंचमं वेदानां वेदं पितृं राशिं दैवं निधिं वाको वाक्यम् एकायनं देवविद्या ब्रह्मविद्या भूतविद्या नक्षत्रविद्या क्षत्रविद्या नक्षत्रविद्या सर्पदेवजनविद्या दिवं च पृथिवीं च वायुं च आकाशं च आपश्च तेजश्च देवांश्च मनुष्यांश्च पशूंश्च वयांसि च वनस्पतीं श्वापदानि आकीटपतङ्गपिपीलिकम् धर्मं चाधर्मं च Satyam cha mritam cha Sadhu cha Hridayagnyam cha Annam cha rasam cha Imam cha lokamamam cha Vijnanena naiva vijanati Vijnanopasvete. Vijnanam Shastrartha Vishayam Jnanam. So by the word Vijnanam, Bhashyaka explains Jnana, the knowledge pertaining to the subjects of Shastra or scriptures. So why is it Dhyanat Bhuyaha? Tasya Dhyan Karanatvat Dhyanat Bhuyastvam. Because Dhyanam is explained as meditation upon an object prescribed by scriptures. So maintaining a constant flow of thought upon an object of meditation as prescribed by scriptures. So one can meditate upon something provided one knows that. So Vijnana, which is knowledge of the object of meditation, precedes that meditation. Therefore, it is the cause of Jnanam and therefore superior, subtler, closer to the self. Kathancha tasya bhuyastvam. Further, second reason why Vijnana, the knowledge, is greater than the meditation or concentration. Vijnanena va Rugvedam vijanati. So, it is the knowledge that one recognizes this is Rugveda, this is the mantra of Yajurveda, Samveda, Atharvaveda, etc. And Bhashyakara added it Pramanataya Vijanati. So he knows Rigveda, he knows it as Pramanam, as the valid means of knowledge. Only that knowledge which is valid is the means of meditation, not just any other knowledge. Although this Pramanataya applies only to Vedas, the Shastra does not apply to other things because they are not Pramana. Therefore, Pashumsha Vyamsa Ityadautu Tat Surupa Jnana Vijnana Stutyartham. As far as knowing animals is concerned, so by knowledge one knows the animals such as horse, cow, etc., knows various birds, so recognize all this. So recognizing these things is by knowledge. But all of that is presented only as the Vijnana Stuti. They don't really know as Pramanam. So by knowledge one knows all of this is the Stuti or extolling of Vijnanam. Kinsya Pashvalinsya Dharma Dharmo Shastra Siddho. Or one knows Dharma and Adharma Shastra Siddho. To distinguish Sadhu, Asadhu. So Sadhu and Asadhu also mean the good and bad. Dharma means righteous and unrighteous. But what is righteous is good, unrighteous is bad. So it looks like there is a repetition there. That Bhashyakara says, Dharma Dharmau Shastra Siddho. Shastra is the pramanam for enabling us to know dharma and adharma. What is righteous, what is unrighteous. And sadhu asavani, what is good and what is bad, lokatah siddhe. So which people recognize in general. So people know that. Or smarteva, or as told by the smritis. Dushta vichan saram vijnane vijanati. Pashvadikam dushta visham, what is perceptible. Adushta visham dharmadikam, what is not perceptible. All of these one knows by vijnanam, by knowledge. Tasmat yuktam dhyanat vijnanasya bhuyastam. So therefore it is quite appropriate that vijnanam, knowledge, is superior to dhyanam or meditation or concentration. Ataha vijnanam upasveti. Therefore, he Narada may meditate upon vijnanam, upon knowledge. On the page 313, going to the second passage. Sayo vijnanam brahmetyupaste. Now, vijnanam brahmetyupaste is printed twice, so we don't have to read that. Vijnanavato vaisa lokan jnanavataha अभिसिध्यते यावद् विज्ञानस्य गतं तत्रास्य यथा कामचारो भवति यो विज्ञानं ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते अस्ति भगवो विज्ञानाद् भूय इति विज्ञानाद् वामभूयोऽस्तीति तन्मे भगवान् ब्रवीत्विति. Sayo vijnanam brahmeti upaste. One meditates upon vijnanam as Brahma. Brahma is all pervasive. Vijnanam also is all pervasive. Knowledge also is all pervasive because it is the knowledge that one knows whatever there is in the universe. There is Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda, Atharva Veda, Ityas, Puranam, and everything. Whether it is grammar, whether it is logic, whether it is archery, whether it is science of astrology, astronomy, science of elements, all of this one knows only by Vijnanam. The Vijnanam is all pervasive. Brahman also is all pervasive. Therefore, one can meditate upon Vijnanam, the knowledge, as Brahman. So then you become identified with Vijnana. Vijnanavato vai lokan abhisiddhyati. He attains lokan, the worlds which are inhabited by Vijnanavataha, by people possessed of Vijnanam, possessed of knowledge. Jnanavataha lokan abhisiddhyati. Again he attains the lokan worlds which are inhabited by Jnanavataha, people possessing Jnanam. Vasaka will explain the difference between Vijnanam and Jnanam. Yavad Vijnanasya gatam tatrasya yatha kamacharo bhavati. Yatha kamacharo bhavati. This meditator has the freedom of movement. In whichever range the Vijnanam extends, there he has the freedom of movement. Now, thing is, already result is stated in each case. Vijnanavato vai lokan abhisiddhyati. That's the result. And jnanavato vai lokan abhisiddhyati. So this second result should not be looked upon as different from the first one. So when it is said that he has the freedom of movement in the region wherever the range of the spread of Vijnanam is, that is Vijnanavato lokan and Jnanavato lokan. Otherwise what happens, as it was discussed earlier, if you have the freedom of movement where Vijnanam is, then it covers everything. And Plasya Virodaha, again, will contradict the phalam that is stated. Asti bhavo vijnanat bhuyeti. Oh Venerable Sir, is there something superior to Vijnanam, superior to knowledge? Vijnanad vava bhuyostire. Indeed, there is something greater than Vijnanam. Tanme Bhagavan Bravitvidhi. May the Venerable Sir tell me about that which is superior to Vijnanam. Bhashyakar explains that in the 10th line. Shunu upasana phalam vijnanavatah. Vijnanavatah upasana phalam shunu. He says, Narada, may you listen to phalam, the result that one gains as a result of meditation upon Vijnanam. So Vijnanavatah, one who is possessed of Vijnanam, may you know the result. Vijnanam yeshu lokeshu tan vijnanavato lokan jnanavatascha avisiddhyate aviprapnoti. So vijnanavatah lokan avisiddhyate. He attains the worlds that are inhabited by people possessed of Vijnana. So that is the question. Next Jnana Vijnana Sabdayoho Arthabedam Kathayati. What's the meaning of the word Jnanam? The difference between Jnana and Vijnana, Bhashyakara says. Vijnanam Shastrartha Vishayam Jnanam Anya Vishayam Naipunyam Tadvadbihi Yuktan Lokan Prapnoti Ityarthaha. So Vijnanam Shastrartha Vishayam, because the two words Vijnanam and Jnanam are used together, therefore there should be a difference in the meaning. Otherwise, there need not be a great difference between the two. So Bhashyakara is Vijnanam Shastrartha Vishayam Jnanam, the knowledge pertaining to the matters of scriptures. Jnanam Anya Vishayam. So spiritual knowledge may be Vijnanam, secular knowledge may be Jnanam, we can say Anya Vishayam Naipunyam. So Naipunyam, proficiency with reference to other things, is called Jnanam here. So Paravidya and Aparavidya, that also you can say. So this says Tika Lokanam Sakshat Vijnanavatamapatte. How can the worlds be possessed of Vijnanam, worlds be possessed of Jnanam? So Bhashyakara is Tadvad Bihi. So he attains the worlds which are inhabited by people possessing Vijnanam and possessing Jnanam. Tadvad Bihi Yuktan Lokan Prapnoti Ityarthaha. So Anand says Tathapi Lokanam Acetananam Kutah Tat Ubhay Ashrayatmida Asankya hai Tadvad Bihi. Here the Shruti says he attains the worlds that are possessed of Vijnanam and Jnanam. How can worlds? Means, they are Achetana. How can they be possessed of Vijnanam and Jnanam? So Bhashyakara clarified Tadvad Bihi, meaning inhabited by people possessed of Vijnanam and Jnanam. Last sentence. Yavad Vijnanasya Ityadi Purvavat. So what would be the range of Vijnanam he has the freedom of movement. This we explained as before. Then says the Tika Vijnana Karanam Manogatam Samartham Balam. Now what gives you the ability to know or understand things? Manogatam Samarthyam. Samarthyam, the capacity that one has in one's mind to be able to grasp or understand, So that is called here Balam. So Manogatam Samarthyam Balam. Balam is strength. So by strength is meant the Manogatam Samarthyam, is the capacity one has in one's mind to understand, to know, to grasp. Vijnanapi antarangatvat. So knowledge is possible provided one has the ability to know or capacity to know. With that balam, that strength of the mind, which enables one to understand things, know things, is even precedes the knowledge, is the cause of knowledge. Therefore, antarangatvat tato bhuyaha, therefore, it is superior to even the knowledge. So, balam vav, next passage says, balam vav vijnanat bhuyaha apiha shatam vijnanavatam eko balavan akampayate सदा बलि भवते अथ उत्थाता भवते उत्तिष्ठन् परिचरिता भवते परिचरन् उपसक्ता भवते उपसीदन् द्रष्टा भवते श्रोता भवते मन्ता भवते बोद्धा भवते कर्ता भवते विज्ञाता भवते बलेन वै पृथिवी तिष्ठते बलेन अंतरिक्षं बलेन द्यौः बलेन पर्वताः बलेन देवमनुष्याः बलेन पशवस्य वयांसि च तृणवनस्पतयः स्वापदानि आकीरपतङ्गपिपीलिकम् बलेन लोकस्तिष्ठते बलोपाश्रयते. Balam vad vijnana bhuyaha. He says, Narada, balam, the strength, is even superior to vijnanam or knowledge. Apiha shatam vijnanavatam eko balvan akampayate. One strong person makes 100 people knowledgeable people. 100 knowledgeable people are there, but one powerful person makes them all tremble. Therefore, that is also the reason why the balam, strength, is superior to knowledge. Sayada bali bhavati. Further also, sayada bali, only when one has balam, the strength, then utthata bhavati. So then only he can stand up. Uttishtan paricharita bhavati. When stand up before the Guru, then he serves the Guru. Paricharita bhavati. Parichan upasakta bhavati. After serving the Guru, he sits near him. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. So pranipata is possible provided strength is there. Seva is possible provided strength is there. Then Pariprashna is possible, then only the strength is there, mental strength is there. So upasadanam means approaching the teacher. Upasatta bhavati, he approaches the teacher basically. Sits near means what? Approaches the teacher. When you approach them what? Atma drashtavya, shrotavya, mantavya, vijignasatavya. Therefore drashta bhavati, he sees the Atma, shrota bhavati, hears the Atma, manta bhavati, thinks about the Atma, bodha bhavati, knows the Atma. All of this is possible only when there is strength in the mind. Karta bhavati. When he knows now, this knowledge need not be only Brahma Vidya, it can be even about Upasana also. Then when he starts that Karta bhavati, he becomes Anusthata, meaning that he in fact practices that knowledge. Vijnata bhavati. So then between Manta and Vijnata there is this steps here. Then he realizes what he knows. So this is the reason why, one reason why the Balam, strength, is superior to knowledge. Then Balena vai Prithvi Tishtati. It is by the strength alone that earth stands. If earth did not have strength, then it would split apart. Earth is held together. All the loose particles of dust, etc., are all held together because of the strength. Balena antariksham tishtati. By strength alone, the space also stands. Balena dyauhu. By strength alone, the heaven also stands where it is, doesn't fall down. Balena parvata tishtanti. The mountains also stand because of Balam. Balena deva manusyaha. Even the gods and human beings also stand or what they are because of strength. Balena pasavasya vayansi. Animals and birds. Truna vanaspataya. Grass and trees. Swapadani. Ferocious animals, akita, patanga, pipiligam, including worms and flies and creatures and ants. Balena lokastishtati. It is by the strength that the world stands. Balam upasveri, in Narada, may you meditate upon Balam, the strength. Bhashyakara says, Balam vava vijnanad bhuyaha. Strength is indeed superior to vijnanam or knowledge. Balamete अन्नोपयोगजनितं मनसः विज्ञेये प्रतिभान सामर्थ्यम. So what does Shruti mean about the word Balam or the strength? Says Manasah Vignyaye Pratibhana Samarthyam. Pratibhana Samarthyam, the ability to comprehend. Vignyaye, that which is to be known, Manasa of the mind. Therefore, the ability of the mind to comprehend the object that is to be known is called Balam here. It is a mental capacity. So Balam is the mental strength. That's what gives the mind the ability to grasp or comprehend. And that's how one comprehends the objects of Shastra. That's how one meditates, etc. And the whole sequence follows. how did that balam come? Annopayoga janitam. Born as a result of the usage of food. So annopayoga means anna bhakshana ityartha. So anna bhakshana janitam. Strength that is born as a result of consuming the food. The Tika says line 31, Annopayoga janitam pratibhana samartham ityatra shutyapekshadam puram shrutim udaharati. That Annopayoga janitam pratibhana samartham ityatra. How do you say that this capacity to comprehend something is result of the eating of food? How do you say that? What connection does food have with the capacity to comprehend? What's the relationship? Yatra Shruti Apekshitam Puram. So Bhashyakara supplies what is required here to understand the Shruti. Shruti Udaharati, and Bhashyakara quotes a statement from the 6th chapter of the Chhandogya Upanishad. So Bhashyakara says, Anashanat Rugadini Navayama Pratibhanti Bhoho Iti Shrutehe. So Tika says, Manasah Annamayatvam Anvaya Vyatirikabhyam Darshayatum, referring to the episode of that conversation between Shvetaketu and Uddalaka. So when says Uddalaka made it a point that the mind is the product of food, and the prana is the product of water, and the speech is the product of fire. And so, then he could understand somehow that yes, pranamai, so what is it? Apomaya prana, tejomaya vak, annamayam somya manaha. So that the prana is sustained by water, he could understand. He could understand also how the speech also is sustained by fire, meaning substance such as ghee, oil, etc. But still he could not connect how the mind is related to food. That was not clear to him. Therefore then, so manasah annamayatvam Anvaya Vyatirikabhyam Darshayitum. So teacher wants to demonstrate how the mind is the product of food by Anvaya Vyatirika. When the food is there, the mind is there. Food is not there, mind is not there. Panchadasha divaseshu ashana akarane. So Shvetaketu was asked to observe fast for 15 days. Rugadi pratibhanam najatamiti vyatireka ukta. First vyatireka was said, then anvaya was said. Vyatireka, when food is not there, the capacity in the mind also is not there. So Shvetaketu was asked to observe fast, meaning avoid food for 15 days. He was told that you can drink water to your heart's content because the prana depends upon water. But then, after 15 days, Sah Panchadasha Ahani Na Asha. As instructed, Shvetaketu did not eat food for 15 days. Atahinam Upasasada. And then he approached his father, says Uddalaka. Kim Bravimi Bhoho iti. And say to the father, what shall I recite, dear sir? Rujas Somya Yajumsi Samaniti. He Somya, O Priyadarshana, may you recite the mantras of Rig Veda, no Yajur Veda, no Sam Veda, Navaiva Pratibhanti Bhoho. Oh, Venerable Sir, nothing occurs to me. I can't remember anything. Iti so Vyatireka Hokta. How in absence of food he lost the capacity of the mind. Iti Sutau Sarataya Pramanataya Anuditaha. So that the capacity of the mind is the product of food, for that this event, episode from the 6th chapter of this very Upanishad has been quoted here. So Bhashyaka Anashana, by not eating for 15 days, Rugadini Navaima Pratibhanti Bho. So Ruga means Rug Sam, etc. They do not strike me, do not occur to me, it is Shute. That's what I mean. Loke Balashandarthe Shvetaketu Vakyam Pramanayati. Loke. In Kailas Ashram, reading is Yathokte Balashandarthe. Loke doesn't sound very nice. Yathokte Balashandarthe Shvetaketu Vakyam Pramanayati. So in the word Balam that was stated, Bhashyakara presented the Shvetaketu Vakyam. Or Loke Bala Shabdartha, in general, in the day-to-day life, as the Balam strength is understood, there also Bhashyakara quotes the Vakya of Shvetaketu. So says Tika 935, Nanu Manasa Balasya Vijnana Dvayastvam Pratignyaya. Says, so Balam Bhava Vijnana Dvaya. Balam means strength, it is the strength of the mind which is superior to knowledge. That's how proposition was made. Api Shata Vityadana Shaya Balasya Bhuyasva Pratipadanam. You say that one strong person also makes 100 people tremble. This is Shariram Balam. Shaya Balasya Bhuyasva Pratipadanam, Pratipadanam, Asangatam. So, having said that the strength of the mind is superior to knowledge, then you presenting strength of the body as superior to knowledge, asangatam, it seems to be incongruent. Iti asankya. So, manasa balasyeva sharira balatvat. So, explanation is that even the strength of the mind also is dependent upon the strength in the body. You have to connect it somehow, The thing is, somehow you have to connect it. This connection is lost here. So when you come from Vijnanam to Balam, anyway, it's not necessary. People are not strong physically. What is that British scientist, what is his name? Very famous. Huh? Stephen Hawking. No strength. He is suffering from Parkinson's and whatever. He can hardly talk, but wow, his mind works. And so he's another Einstein like him. He's so bright. But anyway, this is the theory here, so we'll accept it. So, Manasa Balasya Sharira Balatvad. Because the strength of the mind also is dependent upon the strength of the body. Right? Manasa Balasyeva Sharira Balatvad. So, the strength of the mind depends upon the strength of the body. Or the strength of the body comes from strength of the mind, he says, Strength of the body comes from the strength of the mind. Now, that also is hard to say, but anyway. So, strength of the body comes from strength of the mind. So, wherever you see the strength of the body, you can infer the strength of the mind. That would be nice, But anyway, that also is hard to say. Utsaha rupa manasa balavata sharira bal darshanat. So those who possess utsaha, enthusiasm in the mind, they only are seen as demonstrating also the physical strength. So physical strength, agility in the body you can say. Not just the strength, but the agility in the body is there. The agility is there in the mind, and the agility in the mind is there when the mind is strong. So stronger is the mind, more agile the mind is. More agile the mind is, stronger the body is, or more agile the body is. Sharira balasya bhuyastva pratipadane manasasya bhuyastum siddhyate. See, Sharira balam is the result of manasa balam. Therefore, if Sharira balam is said to be superior, it means manasa balam is also superior, because Sharira balam cannot be unless manasa balam is there. Ida vipritya manasa balasyeva Sharira balatvam aha. So Vashyakara here connects that even when Shruti gives demonstration of Sharira balam, it is only manasa balam that is meant. Only when manasa balam is there, then alone Sharira balam is possible. So Vashyakara Sharira. As Anil also said, Katham tarhi sharira samarthya bala shabda prayoga tatra. So having said that balam is superior to knowledge, then why does Shruti, in illustration, Shruti talks about the strength of the body? So Vashyakara says, Sharirepi tadeva utthānādi samarthyam. So sharirepi, in the body also, that is seen, no doubt. When a person is depressed, that is there. When a person is depressed, he just can't do anything. So he can't get up, he cannot get around to do anything. So that way, of course, what one does, the body has to do with the strength of the mind, no doubt about that. Ultimately, the mind that dictates the prana, that dictates the sense organ, that dictates the body. So whatever the body does ultimately comes from the mind, there is no doubt about that. And we also see that when the mental strength is lost, Drashtvayam sajanam Krishna yutsum samapastham sidanti mama gatrani mukhasya parishusyati vepatusya sharire me jayadho maharshanam gandivam samsate hastat tvakshaiva parirashyate nacha shaknomi avasthatam. He lost all the strength of the body when the strength of the mind was lost. So, that way you can say that the strength of the body comes from the strength of the mind. So, sharirepi tadeva utthānādi samarthyam tasmād uttishthya kāmante yuddhāya krita niṣchaya. So, all his strength of yuddha is all lost when he became totally so. Evam uktva sankhya rathopastha upavishat Visrudya sasharam chapam shoga samvigna manasa. Overcome by grief and delusion, he just collapsed in the middle of his chariot, not able to lift his bow. So that way, in case of Arjuna, it is very clear how Sharira Samarthyam, the strength of the body, was so much dependent upon the strength of the mind. So Sharirepi tadeva utthānādi samarthyam. So in the body also, the capacity that we see of standing up and approaching and doing various physical activities are the result of the strength of the mind. It is true that when a particular task is targeted, then mind of course is very important, not just moving about. When you do particular thing, cooking, any particular thing that requires your attention, it's the mind that directs, what movements are to be done, how much of this spices you must take and add here and when you should do that, etc. is all determined by the mind. The simple thing, but any other thing that we do, any activities are ultimately all directed by the mind. So it is the mind that asks this fellow to lift the hosepipe and sprinkle the water, etc. If there is not, you see him sitting there, lying down, sitting, not doing anything, no initiative, no enthusiasm, no motivation. So without motivation or enthusiasm, there is no initiative, then there is no activity. India's major problem, that lack of activity. So that is how we can say that, yes, the mental capacity is very much responsible for the activities taking place at the level of body. Therefore, tadeva utthānādi samarthyam. So in the body also, the samarthyam, the capacity that we see of rising and standing up, etc., tadeva is nothing but the mental strength. So tadeva annopayogi jantam eva ityartha. The strength that comes by the use or consumption of food, the subtle part of the food giving rise to the capacity, strength of the mind. The middle part of the food giving rise to strength of the body. The subtle part giving rise to strength of the mind. Then Bhashyakar explains further. Yasmat vijñānavatāṃ shatamapi ekah prāni balavān ākampayade yatha asti mattah manushyanam shatam samuditamapi. Yasmat vijñānavatāṃ shatamapi. 100 people who are all intelligent and learned, they are all assembled. Ekah prāni balavān. Require one strong creature. It may be just a terrorist. Come, that's all. Everybody starts trembling. So that is true. Or matto hasti. An elephant in rut. Normally elephant walks like that, and nobody is afraid of it. But in the rut, it becomes mad, and everybody runs around. Manushyan shatam samuditam. 100 people are gathered, but one mad elephant in rut makes them all tremble, even 100 people. So that way, again, the illustration is one of physical strength, superior to the strength of the mind. So Yasmat is interestingly explained. See on the previous page 313, in that 14th line, Yasmat vijñānavatāṃ. Yasmat means because. This Tikakara says Yasmat samarthyāt. So tade utthānādi samarthyam Yasmat. Tasmat means so Yasmat samarthyāt vijñānavatāṃ shatamapi ekah prani balvan akampayate. Because of which physical strength, one strong person also makes 100 other people tremble. ठीक है, तत्शरीरे विद्यमानं सामर्थ्यं तदेव मानसबलम् इति अन्वयः. So sharire vidyamanam samarthyam, even the capacity or the strength which is in the body also comes from the strength of the mind. Although the elephant, that is a mad elephant, you know. He runs around, everybody so. But anyways, so here what is illustrated outwardly is the strength of the body. You must connect it with the strength of the mind. So Sharirepi Tadeva Uttanani Samavashakara said, Tika says, Shariret Tatheva iti Pathe. So Sharirepi Tatheva Uttanadi Samarthyam iti Pathe. Tatheva Manasa Balavat Eva Bhuva Ityartha. So Sharirepi Uttanadi Samarthyam Manasa Balavat Eva Bhuya. So capacity to rise, etc. is superior to Vijnanam or knowledge. Vasthu upadayate vijnanavata yasmad vijnanavata uvayathapi sharira baladvara manasalam stuyateri bhava. So anyway, you understand this as the Shruti of Manasabalam. So even though Shruti talks about the Sharira Balam, superiority of Sharira Balam, when it says that one strong, powerful person makes 100 people tremble, it is Sharira Balam. But Tadvara Manasabalam Stuyate, the intention is to only extol the strength of the mind. Then further Bhashyakara says, or if you go to Anandagiri, न केवलं कानत्वादेव बलं विज्ञान भूय किंतु प्रत्यक्षं ततो तस्य ततो भूयस्त्वम्. So not only because the balam is strong, is the cause of the vijnanam, but protection. We also see in our day-to-day life how the strength is superior to the knowledge. Tasmat balasya vijnana bhuyastu vishesha. Satam samyudamapi tasmat balasya vijnana bhuyastu is to be added. So samudra compare अन्यत्रापि द्रष्टव्य संबंध है. समुद्रितमपि कंपायते, that he makes tremble even 100% who are assembled. Okay, then तथा अन्यत्रापि द्रष्टव्यम इति संबंधः. Whatever that means, अन्यत्रापि द्रष्टव्यम. Okay, continue Bhashya. Yasmat evam annadi upayoga nimittam balam tasmat sapurushaha yada bali balena tadvan bhavati atha utthata उत्थानस्य कर्ता उत्तिष्ठंश्च गुरुणा आचार्यस्य च परिचरिता परिचरणस्य शुश्रूषायाः कर्ता भवति परिचरन् उपसत्ता तेषां समीपगः अन्तरङ्गः प्रियो भवति इत्यर्थः। यस्मात् एवं अन्नादि उपयोग निमित्तं बलम। यस्मात्, since in this manner annadi उपयोग निमित्तं बलम, the strength that comes by upayoga, by the consumption of annadi, food, etc. Yasmat sapurusha. In short, so the strength of the body demonstrates the strength in the mind. So when you see the strength of agility in the body, we can infer the strength of the agility of the mind. Tasmat sapurusho yatha bali bhavati. Bali means what? Balena tadvan bhavati. Balamasya iti bali. So when a person becomes possessed of balam or strength, as utthata, then he rises up, he stands up. Utthanasya karta. Utthata means what? Utthana, the agent of the act of standing up. Uttishtamsya, when he stands up. So when the Guru comes, he stands up. So that standing up requires also the balam of the body and balam of the mind also to comprehend the situation. The Guru is coming, and so stands up. Then Gurunam Acharyasya cha Paricharita Uttishtan. Then when he stands up, then Paricharita, he serves the Gurunam, the teachers or Acharya. So the Tikakara explain differently Guru and Acharya. Paricharita means Paricharanasya Shushrushayaha Karta Bhavati. He serves the teacher. So Sevaya. Paricharan, having served the teacher. Upasatta Tesham, so becomes close, becomes proximate to the teacher, close to the teacher, meaning close to his heart. That's what is meant here. Samipagaha Antaranga, close not only physically, but close also emotionally. Antara Priyo Bhavati, he becomes very dear to the teacher. Ityata. So I think when Anni says Tatha Anyatra Abhinashtavi, meaning the example in case of an elephant, how he makes the 100 people tremble, so also one strong person also makes it in the same way. That's how it must be. Yasmadevam balasya karyatvam vijnanasya karyatvam tasmat tatas tata bhuyastvam iti etasminarthe karyakaranabhavam etayo upapadayate. Yasmadevam balasya karanatvam, balam is a cause. Vijnanasya karyatvam, vijnanam is the effect of that. When balam is there, strength is there, knowledge is there. Tasmat tatah tad bhuyastvam. Therefore, balam is superior to vijnanam. Iti etasminarthe karyakaran bhavam etayo upapadayate. So further description is to demonstrate or bring out the karya karana bhava. How the balam or the strength is karanam and vijnanam, then the knowledge is karyam. So balam is demonstrated. Bali bhavati, only when he is strong, then uttishtati, then only he stands up, and paricharati, then he serves, then upasidati, then priyo bhavati. He wins the heart of the teacher. By serving, he wins the heart of the teacher. The antaranga becomes very close, priyo bhavati becomes very dear. So going to other tika, line 26, Ubhayathapi Sharira Baladvara Manasunam Stuyate Bhava. Ubhayathapi. Both ways, whether it is strength of an elephant or strength of a person. Annopayoga nimittam balam yasmat shariramapi vivaksha vishesha. Annopayog nimittam balam, meaning the same thing, strength that comes by the consumption of food, tatha ityasana balena tadvanati. Sharima vivakshitam iti shesha. Okay. Balasya swarupa satta matram na utthana hetuhu kintu abhivyaktam karya samarthyam balam tatha ityasena. So, meaning it is not enough that a person has balam that is useful necessarily, kintu abhivyaktam karya samarthyam. So which balam is superior to knowledge? Not just the brute strength of the body, but that strength in the body which makes him do things. So abhivyaktam karya samarthyam. Person may be strong in not doing anything. It is not that balam that is superior to the vijnana, but that balam in the body which makes him do things, respond to situations and do what is the right thing to do, that balam is superior to the vijnana. So that balam comes from the balam of the mind. So a distinction here, that not just the balam strength of the body, but that kind of strength which makes this person do whatever is the right thing to do. So example is the teacher is approaching, then he stands up, then he serves the teacher. So this is explained with reference to the relationship that a disciple has with the teacher. So it is that abhivyaktam karya, what we see him doing things, it is a balam that makes him do these right things is superior to the vijnana, not just any balam. So kintu abhivyaktam karya samarthyam balam tatha swarupa satta matram. It's not enough that a person has strength. If you say if your person is depressed, then that strength is of no use to him. Just as in the case of Arjuna also, he had the strength, but he did not have the mental strength. Therefore, that physical strength was not of any use. So when we see at the physical level a person is doing things which are the right things to do, then we know that it comes from the mental strength. That Arjuna fights a battle shows that he has the mental strength, because for fighting the battle he should have the motivation. For that he must have the initial enthusiasm. For that he must have the mental strength. So the activities which enables a person to do the right things, those activities are the result of the strength. Which is the strength? The result of the strength of the mind. When the mind is strong, there is a particular kind of strength in the body which makes this person do what is required to be done. So balena tadvanati, that's how it explained. Balena karanathe tritiya ayamartha sutikruta. So balena tadvan bhashyakara. So Karnartha Trivya, he has the strength which is his Karan, which is his means to do things. So that strength which becomes a means of doing things, that is the strength that is referred to by the Shruti as superior to the Vijnana or knowledge. So Gurunam Acharyasya, what is the difference? Gurunati Upadishati Laukikam Vaidikam Va Hitopadeshta Guru. So Ko Guru Hitopadeshta. That's the answer. Who is Guru? Hitopadeshta. One who teaches you what is right or what is beneficial to you. He is a Guru. One who teaches you many other things, physics, chemistry, this, that and what not. So, here the Guru is Hitopadeshta. One who teaches you what is beneficial to you. Acharyastu Upaniya Adhyapayita Sangasyati Bheda. So, Acharya is the one who in fact indoctrinates or gives the Diksha of the Upanayana and then gives him the Upadesh of the Gayatri Mantra and then who teaches him the Vedas. So that is called Acharya. Upaniyatu yah shishyam Vedam adhyapayet dvijaha. Yah dvijaha shishyam upaniya. That Brahmana who performed the Upanayana ceremony for the disciple, Vedam adhyapayet, and then therefore initiates him into the study of the Vedas and teaches the Vedas. Sakalpam Sarahasyam cha. So Vedas are taught, it is not mere, some people think that it is merely memorizing things. But the real study of the Vedas is not only memorizing the text, Sakalpam, also the method of performing the rituals. Sarahasyam, along with the upasanas, meditations and the meanings, all these things are also taught. That's the real teaching, not simply reciting the Vedas. Because the Vedic seers or sage Jaimini clearly believes that merely knowing the text without knowing the meaning is like carrying, a donkey carries a load of gold, which has no use to him, or chandana or sandalwood, no use to him. And therefore, sakalpam sarhasyam cha. So, tamacharyam prachakshan, that is called acharya. Basically, Guru is of Brahma Vidya, acharya is of these other Vidyas, you may say that. So, both of these. So, you must treat your acharya in the same way. Therefore, in India, the tradition is that when you get any knowledge, particularly music, dancing, all of this, they look upon them as gurus and treat them with the same reverence. And in Korea and places like that, when you teach you martial arts, them also. Our children who don't bow down to anybody, not even to swamis, when they go to learn that, what do you call it, karate and stuff like that, they behave in a very, very, proper manner. So, there they bow down, they do everything, prayers, everything they do there. At home they may not do. Those people insist. Therefore, learning this, it is spiritual. It is not only the strength of the body, they associate spirituality with that. And therefore, with all humility, these children, they respect it. So this respecting the teacher, revering the teacher is a tradition. And therefore, the kind of reverence that we show to the teacher of Brahma Vidya, that reverence also is shown to the teacher of the Vedas, same reverence is shown. So, Paricharita, Parichanasya, Shushrushayaha Karta Bhavati. He then Samipatan Upasatta Bhavati, Priyo Bhavati Ityartha. Then further, Upasidamscha Samipyam Gachan Ekagrataya Acharyasya Anyasya Upadeshtuhu Guroho Drashta Bhavati. So when he become close to the teacher, then ask the question, Pariprashnena Sevaya. Then you ask about the Aksharam Brahma. So, Brahma Aksharam Martyatam. Then you pray, request for the knowledge of Brahman, which is immutable. So, Upasidanscha Samipyam Gachan. Samipyam's proximity is not only physical proximity, it is also emotional proximity. Ekagrataya karta bhavati. So when the disciple has Shraddha and Bhakti, that's a proximity. So proximity that a disciple enjoys a teacher is that the disciple is possessed of Shraddha and Bhakti. So that's the closeness that this person enjoys. And that enables him to ekagrataya, listens with rapt attention. So you listen with rapt attention, you listen to a person for whom you have that reverence and you have that Shraddha also. You trust that person in validity of what the person is saying. And you have respect for the person, you respect what he says. So you first of all accept him as the one who is saying what is right. And secondly, he is saying something which is reverential. So Shraddha and Bhakti. Then ekagrataya acharyasya drashta bhavati. Ekagrataya with single point, with focus. Acharyasya anyasya upadeshtuhu guruho drashta bhavati. Whoever acharya or guru becomes drashta. Now there is a funny thing, drashta bhavati. Means what? So drashta bhavati means what? He becomes a witness and becomes an observer. You know. And then further, tataha taduktasya shrota bhavati. Thereafter, taduktasya. So, only when you are drashta here is not simply seeing, observing, but then you are paying attention to your teacher. So, you have Shraddha and Bhakti, and you are totally attentive to your teacher. So, tuned up with the teacher. Then Shrota bhavati, then Shravan takes place in the proper manner. Taduktasya Shrota bhavati. Then he listens to what the teacher has said. Tataha idameva evihi uttam evam upadyate iti Upattitah manta bhavati manvanascha bodha bhavati evameva idamiti. So after Shravanam comes Mananam. Idam eve uttam evam upapadyate. Oh, this is what the teacher says. This is what it means. So what the teacher says has to be then has to pass through the scrutiny of the intellect. So then you have to reflect. Sometimes when you listen to something, it may not be clear right away. Then you reflect upon what the teacher, oh, this is what this means. So teacher said this is what it means. So what the teacher says becomes very clear to you. So Mananam gives clarity. Upapattitah. You apply upatti or reasoning, and that's how manta bhavati becomes a thinker. So manam, reflection. Manvanasya bodha bhavati. Then he understands what the teacher has said. Idam evam eva iti. still intellectual knowledge. Now he understands. This is what the teacher has said. Idam evam eva. This is like this only. Clear. Tataha evam nischitya taduktakasya karta anusthata bhavate. Suppose the teacher is instructed about some meditation, upasana. Then he must be very clear what the teacher has said. This is exactly what it means. So, then taduktakasya karta bhavati anusthata bhavati. Then he undertakes the practice of what the teacher has said. It may be rituals, or it may be meditation, or it may be Brahma Vidya also. Vijñāta anusthāna phalasya anubhavita bhavate ityarthaha. Then vijñāta bhavati. What? Anusthāna phalasya anuvijñāna means aparoksha jnana. Into upasana, it is sakshatkara. So vijñā anusthāna phalasya anubhavita bhavati. If he practices meditation, that culminates into the realizing sakshatkara, vijñāta. That's what it becomes. So Tika said, anusthāna anantarabhāve vijñātaratvam phalanurva eva yuktam. So what is vijñānam after anusthānam, after practicing, is phalanurva. So that vijnana must be of the nature of phalam, of the result of the meditation. Because already he has vijnana, knowledge, then only he can do something. After doing something, knowledge takes place. That's a knowledge in terms of the realization of the upasana. That's what you understand. Anusthana karanasya vijnanasya bodhrutvena uktatvat. Because bodha bhavati, he understands this is such and such. It's already knowledge. Then again it becomes vijñāta. So what that the knowledge is, so that vijñāna is the anusthana phalam, the result of knowledge. He practices the result, that knowledge in his life, as a result he makes it his own. He realizes the meaning of that. So Vashyagara said, anusthana phalasya anubhavita bhavate. So vijnana phalasya anusthana dvara vijnana phalatvam phalanuvasya drashtavyam. So vijnana phalasya, if that is a vijnata, so vijnana phalasya anubhavita bhavati, then anusthana dvara vijnana phalatvam phalanuvasya drashtavyam. Again same thing, but through anusthana he becomes a knower, he realizes what the teacher has taught him. So itasya balasya bhuyastvam eshtavyam. So all of this is demonstration of how the inner strength results into the external activity. The mental strength results into the physical activity. So that is karya karana bhava. Bhuyastvam, the superiority of the balam with reference to vijnanam is shown here by the karya karana bhava. How the balam is karana, mental balam, results into karyam, the physical activities. Itasya, for this further reason also, balasya bhuyastam eshtavyam, again stuti of the balam. How balam is all pervasive. So Vashyagara says, kincha balasya mahatmyam balena vai prithvi tishthate ityade Rudvyartham. So kincha balasya mahatmam. Furthermore, see the greatness of balam or greatness of strength, mental strength. Well, mental strength or strength, physical strength. Balena prithvi tishthate. So prithvi demonstrates the balam, the strength. But it must come from the mental strength of prithvi. We have to imagine, that physically also when anything conducts itself in an intelligent manner, then we know that it must be the intelligence in the mind which enables a person to act in an appropriate manner or intelligent manner. So we find all this nature also having that strength. So it is balam or the vigor of the mind, which in fact is all pervasive. Says prasiddhyadinam balam tattat karya samartham tena sthitihi tesham tattat karya karanam iti drashtavyam. So balene prithvi tishtati. It is a balam that the earth stands. So says prasiddhyadinam balam tattat karya samartham. So what is the strength in case of prithvi or interaction or devahu, heaven or mountains, etc. Tattat karya samarthyam. Each of them shows a capacity to do their particular role in the scheme of things. Tena sthiti, they constantly do that. So tesham tattat karya karanam. Then they do that. The samarthya is there and that samarthya is manifested as doing. So Prithvi has the samarthya and Prithvi does what Karyam is assigned to Prithvi and all elements they do. That their doing shows that they have the mental capacity to do that. So that way, all these activities, the proper activities that we see in nature, can be interpreted as the demonstration of the mental samarthya of all the nature. Because nature shows physical capacity, samarthya. How is the physical samarthya or the strength of the body is shown physical? By doing what they do. So that they are agile, they are alert, they are intelligent. So that shows that kind of strength they have, which strength comes from the strength of the mind. So that way, this also becomes a demonstration of the superiority of balam, the mental strength with reference to the vijnana or knowledge. What is it? हाँ पहले तामरा विकेट मंत्र पूरा कराना आले माचा ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः